In this video, we'll be talking about supplementary and complementary angles. Supplementary has to do with 180 degrees or a straight line. Complementary has to do with 90 or corner right angle. So if I look at complementary angles, there are two angles that add up to 90 degrees. So if I have a 90-degree intersection and I split it in two different angles, the two angles must add up to 90 degrees. That makes them complementary. Supplementary angles are two angles that add up to 180 degrees. So the straight line is 180 degrees. And on the straight line, if I have two angles, the sum is 180. In other words, they add up to 180 degrees. 60 plus 120 is 180. Let's see some examples where we have variables involved and we find the variable and the angle. Starting simple, I have a 90-degree intersection. In this intersection, we have two angles. One angle is 75 degrees. The question is, what is the measure of x? The two angles are called complementary. They have to add up to 90 degrees. So to write an equation, we say 75 plus x equals 90 degrees. To solve the equation, subtract 75 and the x value here is 15 degrees. (75 plus 15 is 90. The two angles must add up to 90 degrees. They are complementary. In the next example, I have a straight line. A straight line is 180 degrees. Two angles on the straight line are called supplementary. Supplementary angles add up to 180 degrees. A good way to remember straight line, 180. To write an equation, we have this x angle and 130 degrees angle. Together they have to add up to 180 degrees. So that's an equation. X plus 130 or 130 plus x. Together they're 180. To solve, we use the inverse operation. Subtract 130 from both sides. And here's your x alone, equal 50. So the x angle here has to be 50 degrees. 50 plus 130 together is 180. Straight line. Two angles on the straight line are supplementary. They add up to 180 degrees. In the next example, I have a 90-degree intersection. 90-degree intersection is complementary relationship, or the two angles where one is 35 and one is given as an expression 4x plus 7 have to add up to this 90 degree. So to write an equation, I have 35 plus the expression 4x plus 7 equals 90-degree intersection. To solve for x, we have here combining the like terms, 35 plus 7, and a variable term for x plus combining 35 plus 7. Subtract 42. Bring down 4x equals 48. Divide by 4. 4, not 14, 4. we have 12. And that is the x value, 12. That's not the angle measure unless x is the angle measure. But here we have 4x plus 7. So to find that angle measure, we need to substitute instead of x, 12. 4 times 12 is 48. And 48 plus 7, we have 55. So this angle measure is 55 degrees. So if I look at my angle here, 55, and this angle here, 35, from the original problem, how do I know everything is solved correctly? If I add these two angles up, it has to be 90. So 35 plus 55 equals 90 degrees. So if I have the question, solve for x, x value is 12. If the question is, what is angle ZXY? That's 55 degrees. 35 plus 55 together add up to 90. That is complementary relationship. Let's see a few more examples. So I have one side, complementary relationships. You see that 90-degree intersection. On the other side, I have supplementary relationships. So we can see how the equations are created and how the values of the angles are found. X and 62 are inside 90-degree intersection. To write an equation, we have x plus 62 equals 90. To solve for x, we subtract 62. And the x value, 90 minus 62, 28. In this situation, the x itself is 28. So if I substitute 28 right here and add 28 plus 62, that's 90. So the two angles add up to 90. Complementary relationship. On the other side, I have the straight line ABC. And question mark and 121 are supplementary. Supplementary angles add up to 180 degrees. The straight line. So the question mark, I can give it a variable x, let's say, plus 121 together add up to 180. To solve the equation, we subtract 121 and the x value, $59. $59 degrees. If I substitute instead of x here, and check 59 plus 121 equals 180. Supplementary relationship. If I see a right angle is 90 degrees. So the angle x and 37 has to add up to 90 degrees. To solve, subtract 37 and the x value will be 53. Once you substitute instead of x 53, the angle 53 and the angle 37 together add up to 90. Degrees, complementary relationship. Here we have a straight line again. Straight line is 180 degrees. So the angle 28, the angle x, and the angle 73 together have to all add up to 180. So to write an equation, I can say 28 plus x plus 73 equals 180 straight line. To solve an equation, we have x plus, combine the like terms, 28 plus 73, 101, subtract 101, x value 79. To check, we use this x angle 79 and then add them up. 28 plus 79 plus 73 together is 180. So that's when we solve the equation correctly. Supplementary relationship. Straight line, the angles add up to 180. In the complementary relationship, I have the angle 2x and the angle x. Those two have to add up to 90 degrees. Complementary. To write an equation, I have 2x plus x equals 90. Solving the equation, 2x plus 1x is 3x, combine the like terms. Divide by 3. And the x value is 30. So the x value is 30. That doesn't mean the angle value yet. So first what we do is substitute x in each angle. So here we have the x itself, which is 30. This expression is 2x. So 2 times 30 is 60. So this angle has to be 60 degrees. Because the expression was 2x, 2 times the x value 30, 2 times 30 is 60. Now the angles that we have are 60 and 30, and 60 plus 30 is 90, so the two angles that we found add up to 90 degrees. Complementary relationship. On the other side, we have our straight line again, which is creating supplementary angles. Straight line, 180 degrees. We have 3 angles involved. I'll mark them 3 different types of arches. I have 5x, one angle, 4x, and 3x. Together, they have to add up to that straight line 180 degrees. Combine the like terms. 5 plus 4, 9, plus 3, 12x. Divide by 12. 15 is the x value. So being 15 just the x value, it's not the angle measure yet. This one is 5x, so in other words, it's 5 times 15. $75. This one is 4x, so 4 times 15, 60. This one is 3x, so 3 times 15, 45. And now, when we look at the numbers, 75 plus 60 plus 45, they add up to 180 degrees. Supplementary relationship. So the angle themselves will be 75, 60, and 45. Together, they add up to 180. Back to 90-degree intersection, 90-degree complementary relationship. So this angle and this angle have to add up to 90 degrees. So we have two expressions inside the 90-degree angle, means that x plus 4, one expression, plus 3x plus 2, the other expression, together have to add up to 90 degrees. To solve, we combine the like terms. 1x and 3x is 4x. 4 plus 2, 6. Subtract 6. Bring down 4x equals 84. Divide by 4. X value 21. Now, the x value is 21. So here we substitute 21 plus 4, and that's 25 degrees. In this expression, we substitute 3 times 21 plus 2. So 3 times 21 plus 2. 3 times 21 would be 63 plus 2, 65. And now we check. So if the two angles add up to 90, 25 plus 63, 65. 25 plus 65 equals 90. The x value is 21. If the problem says solve for x, that would be 21. If the problem says find the angle measure, then we substitute the x value in each equation, expressions in the problem, and then the angle measures have to add up to 90. So 25 plus 65 equals 90. Then everything is solved correctly. For our supplementary relationship, I have on this side an expression 5x minus 25 on the other side we have an angle 55. Together they're on straight line, have to add up to 180, which is supplementary relationship. Supplementary angles add up to 180 degrees, straight line. 5x, combine the like terms, negative 25 and 55 means subtract, keep the sign of the bigger number, so 55 minus 25. Subtract 30. Bring down 5x equals 150. Divide by 5. The x value equals 30. So that's not the angle measure, that's the x value, or the value of the variable. Now we substitute the value of the variable in the expression. So I have here 5x minus 25. It means 5 times 30 minus 25. 5 times 30 is 150. 150 minus 25 is 125. And that is the angle measure. How do we check? We need to add up these two angles, 125 and 55. And if they add up to 180, everything is solved correctly. So I have 125 plus 55 equals 180. So the value of x from the equation is 30. We substitute 30 in the expression to find the angle measures. To check, the angles have to add up to 180. 3 angles inside the right angle is giving me 3 expressions. X plus 3, x minus 1, and x plus 1. Together, the 3 expressions have to add up to 90 degrees. That's a complementary relationship. Combining the like terms, x and 1x, together that's 3x. Positive 3 minus 1 will be 2. 2 plus 1 is 3, so plus 3 equals 90. Subtracting the 3, bring down the 3x. 87, divide by 3. The x value is 29. So the x value being 29, we need to use now the x value 29 in each expression to find the angle measure. So here I have 29 plus 3. 29 plus 3 is 32. Here I have 29 minus 1, x being 29. 29 minus 1, that will be 28. Here I have x plus 1, x being 29. 29 plus 1 would be 30. So now I have the 3 angle measures. 32, 28, and 30. Let's check if that's correct. So I have to add them up. 32 plus 28 plus 30, and that's exactly 90 degrees. So we use the complementary relationship inside the right angle. The expressions have to add up to 90. When we solve the equation, we have the x value. To find the angles, we substitute that x value and solve for each angle measure. And the last one, for a supplementary relationship, we have this expressions right here. And the 3 expressions have to add up to 180 degrees. So we have 6x minus 10, 4x plus 6, and 7x plus 14. Together, they have to add up to 180 because it is a supplementary relationship, straight line. Combining the like terms, 6x plus 4x. 6 plus 4 is 10 plus 7, 17x. For the constants, negative 4 plus 6 will be negative. I'm sorry, I'm thinking ahead. Negative 10 plus 6 will be negative 4. Negative 4 plus 14 will be positive 10. Subtract 10. 17x equals 170. Divide by 17. And the x value will be 10. Again, x value is 10. That doesn't mean the angles are 10. It's the x value that we need to substitute now in each expression. So here I have 6x minus 10. It means 6 times 10 minus 10. 60 minus 10 will be 50. In the next expression, I have 4x means 4 times 10 plus 6. 40 plus 6 will be 46. And then the last expression, I have 7x means 7 times 10 plus 14. 70 plus 14, 84. So the three angles, 50, 46, and 84. If everything is solved correctly, have to add up to 180 degrees. So let's do a quick check here. 50 plus 46 plus 84 together is 180 degrees. So the x value from the equation is 10. When we substitute 10 in each expression, we find the angle measures. When we check, we add up the angle measures and make sure they add up to 180 degrees.